Hi, sisters. Happy Saturday. August 23rd, week 4. August 23rd, Whoops. Week 4. I'm talking to myself. Week 4 of the reset. So exciting. I have to tell you, every time getting ready to go live, I always get this nervousness about me. I'm like, oh, I hope my Starchy sisters show up. And then the first little comment I see, today it was Shawnee saying where she's from. I'm like, whew, one Starchy sister's here. Okay. But I tell Starchy husband, oh, well, if I'm ever alone, I just need to keep talking to myself, I guess. So thank you all so much for being here. I'm so glad you're here. Can you believe it's week 4 of our reset, you guys? I know some of you came in a little after, some of you started a little before, but all in all, the energy of this momentum doing it, we're on week 4, and that is so exciting. Just rooting this way of eating and living in our lives for good. I have so much juice flowing inside me for that, you guys. And the more we've gone on this reset, the more I am just invigorated and passionate about us living this lifestyle for good. This is what it's about. And this message has just been tweaked out of me because I also, was on the on again, off again, whole food, plant-based for years and just beat myself up for it. And finally, making that decision to go 100% and follow it for good was the game changer for me. And that is like my mission, being able to articulate it in a way to get Starchy sisters on board like you all are, and knowing that we can do this. We can root this way of being in our lives for good by changing our taste buds, by committing 100%, by implementing this way of eating one meal at a time, one day at a time. We can do it. So we have a power-packed hour, maybe, of stuff going on. Maybe not quite an hour. We'll see. We'll see what this starchy mouth does. Let me see who is in the starchy house today. Welcome, welcome. Shawnee's here. Hi, Cheryl from Iowa. Oh my gosh, a beautiful day, sister. We're cloudy and rainy here. I was nervous. I'm like, oh my... Hopefully we have no power outages. I love that you all are having some sunshine. That's awesome. Karen from Michigan. Shawnee's from British Columbia, Canada. Penn's coming in from Oregon. Welcome, welcome. Kristen's here. Welcome, sister. Ellen's here. Jacksonville, Florida. Love the Florida. Guac plop. Guac plop. Yum. No more guac for me, sister. Will this continue after this month? That's a great question. Definitely, right? This is a lifestyle. We're continuing this. And I'm just figuring out how to do that because let me say hi and I'll address that. Ron's here. Hi, sister. Miss Angie Baby made it. Lisa from Minnesota. Yes, love the hearts, you guys. All right, so I'm still kind of figuring out how to do it because it's been a learning curve for me to be on YouTube every single day. And there is this funny thing about YouTube and me psychologically. Like when I'm in live, it's almost like a I don't know, a tier type thing. So when I put out like a pre-recorded video, I feel like I'm talking to all of YouTube. When I go on live, I'm feeling like I'm talking to my starchy sisters, and some people on YouTube might pop in here and there. And on Facebook, I feel like when I do a recorded video, I'm just talking to my starchy sisters, which the Facebook group's getting bigger now. So, yeah, I find different people are on for, following plant-based and all that different, maybe not specifically Dr. McDougall, I don't know. But just kind of figuring out like where the best place for me to land is to kind of have this information continue to go out. Because I'd love to do, just check in more often in this more informal way, like where we can just speak our hearts and all of that stuff. So To be continued, you all. We'll find somewhere to land. But right now, we're not done yet, right? We still have 7 days of this reset. So let's stay rooted in this way of being and living for now in this moment. So let's take a moment to check in together. First, I got my water. I'll give you all a minute to get your water while I take a drink. I ate those cherries after the last live, you guys. It's so nice having that little treat in the glass. Super fun. Yum. All right, so let's take a moment just to center in together. If it feels good for you, place a hand over heart, hand over belly, and just take a deep breath in and out. Arriving in this moment. Arriving in this moment, I smile. 24 brand new hours are before me. I vow to live fully present in each moment and look at all beings with eyes of compassion, especially myself. If it feels good, just reach your arms out to the sides. A big breath in, reach the arms up. Ooh, my shoulder's hurting. I can't go all the way up. And then exhale out. I love it, you guys. Welcome. I've arrived. I feel like all my energy when I do that, when I just take a moment to breathe and come back to myself, it's like all my energy just comes right back here, right back to this being. So now that we've arrived, let's pick our angel card. What is day 23 saying, you all? What is day 23 saying? Let's see. I'll show you all before I see it. I always do it. Education. Am I going to get educating today? Maybe so. Education. It's funny because I have something in here I'm going to address about knowledge. So education. And this is so poignant because do we have the right information? Are we bringing it in and following it and continuing forward? Continuing to educate ourselves in the smartest, most thoughtful way possible. Day 23, all about education. And we are going to get into it today, you guys. So I'll put our angel card back here. I get on fire. And then I'm reminded I went back here. Oh, that's right. I was going to talk about the corn. So I wanted to tell you 2 food things before I get my fire going, my David Goggins on. 2 things. The first thing is the mujadara. So I ended up freezing, which is the lentils and rice recipe that I recently put out. It's so good, you guys. Anyway, I'm just loving it over salad right now. And so I froze 2 cups of it. And today I defrosted. I just put it on the counter, 2 cubes. So 1 cup each cube. And I used half of that for my salad. So I put them on the counter, probably just a couple hours maybe. I came back, checked them, and they were already getting really defrosted. So I put 1 back in the fridge, and then the other one, I just heated up for 30 seconds because I like my mujadara to be cold still, a little chilly when I have it in the salad. And so just heated it up for 30 seconds, put it in the salad. Long story short, it tastes great, you guys. It tastes great. This is my thing, why I get nervous about freezing, because it's like, all right, I don't want to freeze it and then it tastes bad. So the white bean chili I've done and the mujadara I've done. Now, the only caveat is they're not in the freezer a whole long time. Like, I think I froze the mujadara. When did I put the video out? Like, I'm doing these videos real time, you guys. Like, I film them that morning. I'm putting them out that afternoon. So I think it was just last week I put it out. And so, yeah, that's when I froze the 2 cups. So it hasn't even been, a whole week that it was in the freezer. So all of you freezer starchy sisters, let us know in the chat or in the comments below, like, what do you find is the time that you can have it be in the freezer and it's still, when you defrost it, it tastes like you just cooked it yesterday. And that's how my white bean chili was. And that's how the mujadara was. It was so good, you guys. So yeah, I'm really curious. And then speaking of Starchy Sisters who might be watching this later, just want to say to everyone, all our replay sisters, we're so glad you're here. Be sure to put in the comments below where you're joining in from. We're so glad that all of us are here. It's just such a gift to be able to meet together in real time and also in recorded time, right? In replay. Like that is so fun. So I'm so grateful that we're all here together. Let me get a drink of water. I'll check my little side chats. I don't know if my sister Penn mentioned in the chat, she got her Instapot. So she's been having test kitchen stuff going on in her house. She's been sending me pictures. I don't know about the Instant Pot. I know some of you all are Instant Pot lovers, and I've had mine for probably a year now, and I've probably cooked on it maybe 10 times. And so I don't really know. I feel like it changes the flavor profile of the recipe. So I cook my white bean chili in the crock pot, but when I cook it in the Instant Pot, you guys, to me, it tastes different. So I just don't know. I'm not really sold on the Instant Pot yet. I don't want to make any Starchy Sisters mad, but I love my slow cooker. So let me know if you've experienced that. Like if you've done the same recipe in the Instant Pot and in the slow cooker, or even on the stove, and if the flavor profile has changed at all. All right, let me see what we're up to. Arizona's hot and sweaty. Ronron's here. Kristen said it's roasting hot where she is. Yikes. Yay, Ronron made the white bean chili today. Libby's here for a minute. Libby, I'm going to share your comment today. I'm probably going to cry, sister. She has her husband's best friend over for lunch. All right. I'll whisper it then. She's doing McDougall compliant food. Yes. I love it. I love it. Ron made it in the slow cooker. She doesn't have the Instapot. And then, Ron. So I say your name, Ron. Penn says Ronnie. So which of us are right? Is it Ron or Ronnie? Cheryl's soaking the beans and she plans on cooking the white beans tomorrow. All right, Penn will let us know how it'll turn out. JJ's here. Yay, glad you made it. Penny's right. It's Ronnie. So I'll just say Ronnie, not Ronnie, or two Ronnies. Ronnie, or just Ronnie. All right, the younger sister wins out, even though in my mind, I'm always right, Ronnie. All right, you guys. So I put out on my last grocery haul video that I've been wanting to find out about cutting corn on the cob. So I have never cut corn on the cob, you guys. So I just love you all because even though I've never cut corn on the cob, you all have. So I got some great advice from Starchy Sisters, and I even got great advice on how to cook it. So I did bring out the Instant Pot and cooked corn. I did it in the Instant Pot. I did it in the microwave. I did it on the stove and I left one raw. So that's how I cooked my 4 corn on the cobs. So I need to hold on one second, my little list, because I wrote down which ones are which. Because what I have learned, you guys, is I won't remember. I try and think I'll remember, but this 55-year-old brain will not remember. So these are the raw ones. A lot of you eat them raw, just off the cob. So I'm going to try and cut that. We're going to do it together. And then the plain white plate one is, now I need to make sure I can find my notes, right? That's the problem. Because I was taking notes today. Here we go. So the white plain plate, this is what I cooked on the stove. I just boiled it 10 minutes on the stove and cooked these corns. And then the big one, the big plate is the microwave. I microwave this in a paper towel. And then the little plate is in the Instant Pot for 3 minutes. I put a cup of water at the bottom of the Instant Pot. I use that little wire thing and I put the corn on top. Okay, so these are my 4 versions. So now I'm going to try and cut it. And I wanted to ask you all, Penn says it takes a minute for it to go through, like when I talk, and then it takes a minute for you all to respond. So I'm going to ask, do I use the big knife to cut or the little knife? Which one wins? Let me know in the comments. Oh yeah, Penn said she's going to call Ronnie Rebel, right? Is that fine? Yes. I love it. But her first name is Rebel. Okay. I know when we go by last names, these handles are all different, right? Yes. Okay, good, Rebel. I love it, sister. Okay, Cheryl uses a small serrated knife. All right. What? Sharpest one, Karen. I know. We could have a whole hour-long talk, you all, on knives, right? Because my mom bought me this knife and it was so sharp when we got it, and it's not that sharp anymore. And she bought me this knife too, and I feel like maybe this is the sharper one. I'm not really sure, but I really need to find out. I know, I think Dylan from Well Your World has a whole thing on knife sharpening, which I'm not that fancy. Let me know in the chat, you guys, do you sharpen your knives at home? Like, do you have an electric sharpener? Do you have one of those things? Like, what's the knife deal? We need to get these things, going in this starchy kitchen, because I'm dealing with dull knives or not so sharp. Yeah, Penn said it's so hard to find good knives. All right, so I'll start here. You all, please, I'm really interested. Let me know in the chat. If you're watching on replay, let us know in the comments. Like, do you all sharpen your knives, or did you just buy them that way and they just stay sharp? Like, what's the deal with the knives here? All right, so I am going to scoot you all back. Okay. Yep. JJ says she cuts herself due to the dull knives. Yes. Karen uses a little manual sharpener. Is it, did you get it on Amazon, or it just says knife sharpener? My husband sharpens my knives for me. My knife cover has a built-in sharpener. All right. I guess I need to get a sharpener somehow. Okay. So we'll start with, how about we start with the raw and see how that does? I got a tip from my friend Vicky. She has this YouTube channel called Aging on Your Terms, and she has some great info, you guys. Just her and I started YouTube around the same time, and we kind of met that way. And she has info about, she went through some hard stuff with her parents aging, and so her passion is born out of that. But she also does cooking. I can tell by her comments she's a big cook. So she told me she said, use a towel to cut your corn on, because that helps the corn from flying all over the place. So I am going to do that. And then let's do the small white plate first. And I don't know, does corn usually get little shriveled like this? So this was on the stove. This was boiled for 10 minutes. All right. So I guess I'll just, whoops, I'm going to use this one. I guess I just go like this. Ooh, it's coming off, you guys. Neat. Nice. All right. I love it. I love it. So fun. Oh, this is going to be so good in my chunky black bean salad I'm going to make. Okay, so if any of you were shy about cutting corn on the cob, I can tell you, you can do it. You can do it, you guys. Okay, so that was the on the stove. I'll put that back on the plate. And then, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So good. Okay, the small plate, this was the Instant Pot one. Oh, I haven't had corn on the cob in so long, you guys. This might be the starch I eat for the rest of the summer. Let's see. And all of these I put in the fridge because I think it was Debbie from Washington who told me that they come off in nice slabs when you put it in the fridge, like nice starchy slabs. Yep. Well, you all were right. You were right about the knives and you were right about the cooking. I love it. I am listening to my starchy sisters for now on. Okay, this was small plate with the gray. This was the Instant Pot. Nice. I could just eat a corn salad. Are all you guys craving corn now? And then the next one's the microwave. So they all seem to cut off regardless of how you cook them. They all seem to cut off the same. So it doesn't seem that the cooking changes the way it cuts off, but maybe just the taste of it. This was the microwave one. I think so far I'm liking the taste of the boiled one, but it could just be the cob. Oh my gosh, so sweet. It is just the cob. This is the microwaved one. Yum, yum, yum. Like eating candy, you guys. All right. So all those are good. Now for the last one, I'm going to do the raw. Do any of you eat the, okay, Cheryl says she blanches her corn for 3 minutes in boiling water, cut it off and put it in a freezer bag for later. It heats up quickly in the microwave and is yummy. Yes, I love it, sister. Cheryl says AccuSharp on Amazon for the sharpener. And then Cheryl says I only boil it for 8 and then it pops in her mouth, doesn't shrivel at the lower time. Okay. All right. Shawnee says my mom always cuts corn off the cob even when I was a kid, but only because she had dental work done and corn was challenging to eat. That's what sisters are saying in the comments. They don't like getting the corn stuck in their teeth. So did you all know you could eat raw corn? I did not know that until I asked you all. And one of the starchy sisters, I think it was Karen, right? Karen, you can correct me if I'm wrong, sister. I think it was you that said you used to do raw food. So, and she used to eat corn raw all the time, or still does, depending on what she's making it in. So let's see. Yum. Oh my gosh, you guys, so good. I just ate lunch. Yep. I'm a testament. You can eat corn raw here right on YouTube Live. Yum. All right, you guys. So that's the corn test. I'm so glad we did it together. I can cut my corn off the cob and use the little knife. I love it. So I'm going to put this corn in the freezer bag, like Cheryl said. And I'll save this because I'm coming out with a recipe. And this is another thing I wanted to ask you guys. because I really wanted to do it today on YouTube, but I thought, oh my gosh, okay, time got away from me. But I think we should create this black bean salad together. So I'm making a chunky black bean salad, and I'm wondering from you all, what should I put in it? Not the vegetables, unless you have something off of the, off the grid that you might suggest putting in it. I'm going to do black beans, cilantro, cucumbers, zucchini. I love the hearts, you guys. Oh, see, this is why I have a corn stuck in my tooth. This is why you all take it off the cob. Cilantro, I'm going to do a little bit of a red bell pepper, jalapeno for those who like a little spice. But then I was thinking, okay, I'm going to use lime juice for the dressing. But then I was thinking about putting seasonings in there. And I was thinking like maybe a chili powder, cumin. Like, what do you all think? Should we put dry seasonings in there? Let me know in the chat. Should we put dry seasonings in the black bean salad, the chunky black bean salad that I'm going to make? Because I am all about these chunky salads this summer. They are so good, you guys. I'm so happy. I learned how to cut corn on the cob off the cob. Yay, celebration. Woohoo. All right, drink time. Let's get our water in. Chili powder, Shawna said. Oh, coriander. Karen said raw corn, a black bean would be delicious. Yeah, I think so too, sister. So cumin, coriander. I think coriander is dried cilantro. Chili powder. Yes to dry seasonings, Karen says. All right. Rebel says we are live. A bit of smoked paprika. Yum. All right, Cheryl, I'm definitely going to add that too. All right. Looks like we have our chunky black bean salad. I'm going to put that out in the next couple days. So I'll make it at home. I like to do a test run first, at least once, so I can try it to make sure it tastes decent. And I'll just start with a little bit of, chipotle too. So I have the chipotle chili powder too. So I might use that instead of regular chili powder, or use chili powder and then a little of the chipotle. I don't want to like over season it. Then I'll just be eating dried seasoning. But just starting with a little bit. All right, let me check my notes, you guys, and see where we are. I'm so glad you're here. Can we just say yes? Starchy Sisters in the house. I love you guys. So glad you're here. So let us look here. Oh, we're switching gears from the food, getting into our week 4 of our reset. We are finishing strong, you guys, right? This last week, we're committing to finishing strong. And really, this is the finish of the reset and the beginning of the lifetime, right? So it's just, we're here for it. We're here for it all. But this is a fun, it's fun to do the little resets to get us back, to get us motivated, to get us committed. And after that, we just continue on, which I just love. So I really wanted to tell you all, I've said it a few times in the lives. Watch Stacy Cross on Kathy Hester. So what I figured out was, I was thinking yesterday, I wonder if she has a playlist. And I was snitching in my mind. I was saying, Kathy Hester should really do a playlist of the videos she has with Stacy. And then I said, I just talk to myself all the time. I was thinking, well, maybe I should check before I snitch about it. And sure enough, I go on there and she has a playlist of all her lives. They aren't just the ones with Stacy, but at least they're all her lives in order. So then I just started watching Stacy Cross videos from the beginning, those interviews. Do yourself a favor, you guys. Watch those. Watch them. They are diamonds. like I take notes so I can share things with you all from her videos, her sharing her information. It's amazing. Like each time she talks, it's just like, yeah, it's just like jewels are coming out of her mouth. It's landing on my heart. Like I can hear every word she says. And it's all, she's, Shawnee knows what she's called, support specialist for the Dr. McDougall program. She's a support specialist. So she has worked with people in the 12-day program for, I don't know how long she's been there. I think maybe 5 years. But anyway, she just has a wealth of knowledge. She comes from a nursing background. And when I say inundate yourself with this stuff, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Inundate yourself with Stacey Cross. Listen to what she's saying, listen to what she's offering, because she is in the McDougall program teaching this stuff, and she's supporting people who want to have this way of eating and living in their lives. So yeah, really recommend it. And I will definitely link that playlist in my description box down below once I'm done with that. Yes, love the hearts, you guys. Marilyn says she loves Stacey. She has watched, and I don't know, my thing is, okay. Watch those videos. Yep, I'm the same, sister. Yeah, yes, we have got to watch that. And Whole Food Plant-Based Princess says, oh, I hope the Facebook group keeps going. I did want to ask you a question about that, you guys. Just a side note, we'll discuss it another time too, but I just wanted to ask, should we, and I'll ask it on Facebook, should I just rename the 30-day reset group? Should I just call it Starchy Sister Community? Or should we start a whole nother group called Starchy Sister Community? Like, I'm not real familiar with, the group thing. So let me know. We'll talk more about it. But okay, so back to Stacey. Back to this stuff. Let's switch gears, you guys. Back to Stacey. She says, your body and mind, like this is so true. I have found this in my own journey, and let me know if you all have too. Your body and mind will look for the most calorie dense, richest food it can find and hold on to that. Your body will look for the most calorie dense, the richest food, and will hold on to that, your body and mind. And we all say, oh yeah, or we all nod our heads and are like, yes, so true, so true. But really think about it, you guys. If you let that permeate in you, your body and mind will hold on to the most calorie dense food. Okay, so this was my problem before. This was my problem, right? I had switched to those cashew dressings, the date muffins, date cookies. I mean, I would buy those containers of dates at Costco every time I went to Costco. Like I was dating it up. And I would even put dates in dressing, hot chocolate with dates, everything dates to sweeten it. And the cashews too. And so, oh, Starchy husband's giving me thumbs up.
Agree.
Oh, okay. He's agreeing. And so that was my problem, because here I was, even though I was trying to eat the whole food plant-based, my mind and my body weren't going for the low calorie density stuff. If I had a potato, you guys, I was drizzling, cashew dressing on it. If I had dessert, I was making sure it was like a date muffin with the date dressing, like all the things. And so that was the problem. My mind and my body never had a chance to detox off of that stuff. And it would just constantly bring me to the most high calorie dense food, the highest calorie dense. And you know what? This is how tricky this mind is, because I am doing this reset with you all because what did I allow? Not allow, what did I enjoy bring back into my life were my oatmeal cookies and those oatmeal bars. And those are more high calorie dense than what I'm usually eating. bake oatmeal in the oven. You know, I eat it. It's a watery, oh, I need a minute. It's full of water when I eat my oatmeal, right? It's not, so when I cook it in the oven, it sucks all the water out. So that makes it more calorie dense. Is it bad? No, it's not bad. My cookies, even my oatmeal cookies, I put PB2 powder on because, and here's what I mean, you guys. So first, I would make a batch of those oatmeal cookies. Okay, oatmeals and banana and cinnamon. So make those up. Yum. Oh, I bet this would taste good with some PB2 powder. So then, okay, a serving of PB2 powder is 2 tablespoons. Put that in there. Put it in, taste it. Yum. Oh, I bet this would taste even better with more PB2 powder. So then I put 4 tablespoons in there. I was up to 6 tablespoons of that darn PB2 powder, you guys. Because why? Because this mind and this body will go for the most calorie dense, richest food possible. And that is pretty much the richest food I have going in this house. Like, I'm not cooking with dates. I'm not cooking with cashews, none of that stuff. So, and then what was I doing? Every day in the afternoon, I would have to have 2 of those oatmeal cookies with my tea. And then pretty soon my mind told me, oh, it's okay, Shauna, you can have 3 because they're all made up of healthy food. Like none of it's bad. Okay, you can have 3. And then I was eating so many of those cookies, you guys, I wouldn't even be hungry for dinner. But do you think this starchy sister would skip dinner? Nope, I would just eat a little later. Oh my goodness. So that's how deep this stuff runs. And that's what we need to be aware of when we are on this journey. It's just something to notice within our own lives. And so for me, this 30-day reset, I have eliminated those cookies. I have eliminated the oatmeal bars and I'm fine. I'm fine. I got rid of that habit of having my oatmeal cookie in the afternoon and I have a tea in the afternoon and it's all good. And I'm just eating my low calorie density food. Yeah, that's what I'm just smiling and laughing at myself because it's like, even my mind right now talking to you all, my mind is saying, those cookies are not bad. They really are not, you guys. Like literally we're talking bananas, oatmeal, and PB2 powder. But it's just amazing how the mind, and really I think it's the mind more than the body, but the mind will just take me down that rabbit hole. Yeah. So anyway, be mindful of that and watch out for that stuff. The mind and body will go for the most calorie dense, richest food available in the environment. And just be aware of that. Be aware of it all this week. All right. Stacy Cross also says, this was another thing she says. Let me see if there's anything. Yeah. Shawnee said, I could eat a jar of those cookies like crack on the kitchen counter. So now I make them and put them in the freezer. Good job, sister. That's what you have to do, right? I had another starchy sister who said that I'm working with. She said she'll just make 1 serving at a time. So yeah. Yeah. Whole food plant-based princess said, I got that way with cacao nibs on nice cream. I started with a teaspoon, then a tablespoon, then 2 tablespoons. I get it, sister. Yep. So I had to stop buying them. Yes, that's what we have to do, right? It's just like, nope, done with it. Like, yeah, we just can't let ourselves do. It's just not worth it, right? It's not worth it. And that's what I'm going to start asking myself, because on the last live, a starchy sister asked about the cacao powder. And so lo and behold, I was listening to Stacy Cross. And what did somebody ask about? They asked about the cacao powder. I'm like, oh, thank you, universe, for answering this question for me. So it is a high calorie dense food, and it's fine, right, in baking because we're using just a little bit, but then it goes to this, right? And this is what she was talking about also. Are we just keeping it there? Or are we, continue? Although cacao powder or cocoa powder, I couldn't see adding so much. Doesn't taste really that sweet. But anyway, yeah, we just have to watch. First of all, why are we adding it? Is it just to add flavor? And if that's the case, then a little bit will do. And then secondly, we have to watch ourselves, right? Is a little turning into a little more and a little more just to get that kind of feel or whatever. So anyway, that's a good one, you guys. Yep, we have to be mindful of it. And we don't beat ourselves up, right? Just like here, we laugh at ourselves. It's like, oh my goodness, here she goes again. Time to cleanse the palate of those oatmeal cookies, be done with them for a little while, and then move on to the next thing. Or do like Shawnee did, freeze them and allow one a day or something like that. All right. Another Stacy Cross quote I'm going to say is, she said, things will happen. It's how you recover. And most of us, right? Things will happen. It's how you recover. Most of us live in a space where we can go out and everywhere we turn there, it's not a clean environment, basically. And so is it realistic to say to ourselves, 100%, I'm never going to have one little morsel of food. I'll never have a little speck of oil in anything. No, it probably will happen. And that is okay. It's just, especially as we get deeper into our reset and rooting this way of eating and living in our life, we want that one little moment in time to be just that, not turning into the 2 meals and the 3 meals and the 1 week and the month. We just know. And I even want to say, I did write this in the notes later, but I'm just going to put it in here. I want to say, when we have things coming up, make a plan for it. Like, there is nothing worse than going, saying we're going out with our kids. And I just say, oh, I'm sticking 100% whole food, plant-based, no oil. I'm sticking to my thing. I'm ordering a salad and I'll bring my own dressing and all that. And then I get there and the French fries are calling my name and I eat the French fries and then I just beat myself up later for it. No. At least if I make a plan ahead of time, right? I say, okay, I'm going out with the kids. We don't go out with the kids a whole lot. I'll look at the menu. I'll say, okay, they have French fries. I know they're vegan. I'm going to allow myself to have some French fries for this one moment in time. And that's it. I'm not going to bring any leftover French fries home. I'm not going to, go out for the next day. We just plan. We plan to be off plan, I guess is my point, right? We do that so that we can love ourselves through it, you guys. We want to be compassionate and kind with ourselves. We don't want it to turn into this thing where it's like, oh my gosh, I went off. I'm beating myself up. It's like a bad cycle, right? This shame cycle. I go off, I beat myself up, and then I feel bad about it. And I'm feeling bad. So I'm eating more bad to make myself feel better. And I never feel better. And then eventually I get back on again. It's a cycle that we need to stop. And we need to root this way of living and being in our lives for good. And how we do that is, this is our life, right? And we honor that. So first, we cleanse our taste buds. We get rooted in this way of eating. And then we make plans for when we have plans outside of our home. All right. I really wanted to get that home today. Let's get a drink of water. Let me see how all my starchy sisters are doing. I'm so glad you guys are here on a Saturday. week 4. I can't believe it. Time just goes by, you guys. I don't know if you all feel that way, but it's like, whoo, time is just going by. All right. Shawnee said, always plan ahead, or better yet, call ahead and ask them to make you a special plate. I haven't done that yet. I will have to do that one time. Yeah, Cheryl said those powders are like potatoes. It's the dates and maple syrup you add that starts to get you in trouble. Yep. All right. Let's see what else. When we have a craving that nothing, this is one I wanted to mention to you guys. Okay, so this is what I notice. This is a Shauna-ism. This is what I notice in my own weight loss journey, is that when we start getting really big cravings, or when we're wanting to eat a whole lot of just random stuff, that is usually right before your body is about to release weight. That is what I've noticed from my own journey. And if we could just get over that, if we could just not give in to the craving, or just eat one of our starch solution meals, potato and veggies, and keep it the 50-50, it 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10 from my experience, you will just feel like you're lighter in your body the next day. So really pay attention to that, and just a little have that in a little knowing within you, that when those cravings are showing themselves like really big, like usually a weight release is right around the corner, which that's how. So I've reframed that in my mind. Like when I start to feel a craving, that's what it means to me. It means, okay, it's, like I've said before, custard's last stand or whatever. It's the craving that'll just shoot up and then dissipate. Okay, the plan. I said that. And then I wanted to share 2 comments that I got that were really touching, you guys. So we'll see. Maybe if I say I'm going to cry, I won't cry. So maybe we'll see. I might cry. Thank you, Rebel. I love it when I'm right, sister. Rebel said, I'm so right. All right. Judy Ann said, because our card the other day was tenderness, right? I think it was just yesterday. She said, this word reminds me of a soft place to land. And that's what is in our Starchy Sister land. I love that. Everyone is so kind and thoughtful. And to think it all started with you, Shauna. We were all just a dream of yours that has come true. I love that, because she's so right. I sat there depressed, defeated, depleted. I could make a song about it, right, at this point. And I just knew that there were other sisters out there like me who had tried this whole food, plant-based way of living and were struggling to stay on it. And when I would watch YouTube and Chef AJ, I would, she's done it. Like, she's staying committed. Like, all the people I would see were like not struggling at all. And it's like, I know there has to be others like me that have tried this over and over and over again. And finally, had decided I have to do this for good. And so that's what Judy Ann's talking about. That's what I had visioned. I just knew you all were out there. And that has been my dream, is that we have a place, like she said, a place to land. And I really feel like that's what we're finding when we meet in Facebook, just a place to land together, which I love. And hopefully this YouTube channel, the lives, that we're finding a place to land together in this way of eating and living, and that it's real, right? It's real. It's not that we're, going, I don't know. It's not this, we're living our real lives and implementing this in our real lives is what I'm trying to say. And so and showing up with kindness and compassion for ourselves and for others. And that's always been so important to me, because you know what? Here's the deal, you guys. There is enough not niceness in the world. Like, I am not going to add to that at all, whatsoever, ever, for the rest of my life. I have been alive 55 years, and I'm sure I've done not nice things in my life, but I am not doing any not nice things anymore. I'm not. There's too much vitriol out there. There's too much hatred. There's too much unkindness, and I will not be a party to it ever again, ever again. And so anything that has my name on it or that includes me, it's going to be all about the love. How can we love ourselves more? How can we love each other more? How can we be there for each other more? How can we show up together for each other more and live this way of eating and living? Because this is one thing that I have always felt. It's like, what is the use of eating and living this whole plant nourishing, lovely food that makes ourselves so happy? What is the use of doing that? And then going outside of my house or going on YouTube or going on Facebook and treating each other meanly, as an enemy, unkindly. Like, that to me, it's a dissonance. It doesn't go together. Like, I'm feeding myself with love, all this nourishing, yummy food, but then I'm going to go out and spread unkindness and hatred? No, not in the Starchy household. So that is what our Starchy Sister circle, sisterhood, community is all about. It's all about the love, all about the kindness, all about the compassion, and all about supporting each other, because we are all, here's the truth about humans. We all want to be happy, and we're all doing the best we can, right? We're all doing the best we can. That's the end of the story. So thank you, Judy Ann, for that. And thank you, sisters. Love the hearts. JJ said this group is the definition of love and support. Julie says it's kept me on track. Everyone here are love. Hearts. Rebel says, I love it, you guys. And then Libby, who she had been following me for a while, and she has shared in the chat and in the comments just about what successes she has. And she is just reaping the benefits of eating and living this way. And she said in one of the comments, what you said, so it was in the last live where I talked about loving ourselves and loving the old version of me, right? I love her. And talking about that, she said, it blew my mind, Shauna. Of course, now that I'm losing weight and finally feel so good, I finally feel like I'm powerful. Finally, I'm coming into my own. But wait a minute. Who's the one who put me on this path? And I just want to say, sisters, I'll just interrupt Libby's beautiful words. Us Starchy sisters, like, we are in midlife, you guys. We are finding this power and this feeling good about ourselves in midlife. Like, that to me is so beautiful. It's so empowering. It's just that reminder, this is not the end of our life. This is the beginning of our lives. And we can make the rest of our lives any way that we want to, right? Anyway, like, we are not defined by the past anymore. We are arriving fully present in this moment, and we are showing up. And you know what? You know how they say your body like regenerates itself every 7 years? I'm saying we are regenerating ourselves with these foods that we are eating. So we are not the same people we were even 3 weeks ago, because these cells are being nourished by this whole food, plant-based goodness. And so we're brand new. So you have a choice to show up differently, show up kind to yourself and loving to yourself, and just sparkling with joy and love. All right. So Libby says, who's the one who put me on this path despite decades of sadness and frustration and despair? Who pushed me through those first 30 days and made me believe in myself? It was that woman who felt worthless and powerless, but she wasn't, was she? It was me. After decades of failure and false hope, back and forth, I got honest with what was required, and I found you, Shauna. And I went 100% with Dr. McDougall maximum weight loss. I knew that's what it was going to take, but it was my old, tired, sad, fat self who made this possible. And for that, I still love her with so much gratitude. I love that because it is just the reminder that she chose herself, and she is all of you, right? By signing up for the reset, giving yourself hope again, you guys, that you could do it. Many of us, if you've come to me, probably you've tried the whole food plant-based thing before. And so even to try again to go 100% with losing weight, right? That's a big deal. And so I just want you to thank yourself and even give yourself just a little love hug. Just hug yourself, like you did it. You did it. And I did it. And I'm just here just to say to you, like, you can continue to do it. Like, we can continue to show up for ourselves. This is why I always say we, because when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me too. This girl needs to hear it still too. Like, we are showing up for ourselves. We can do this. We can continue to eat and live this way so that we are living our most healthy, vibrant, energetic lives. Yeah, just showing up and treating ourselves with love. That is what this food does for us. It's the food. It's the food. I love it. Thank you, Libby, for sharing that, sister. Yeah. Rebel says, we all got here at the right time. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Starchy Sisters. Shawnee said, mantra, I choose me, self-love and prioritizing our well-being. Yes. Kristen says, I felt like I was on an island all alone until Shauna formed the 30-day reset. I'm going to keep going. I love it. I love that, sister. I love that, Kristen. Penny said, I feel new. Yeah, adding years to our lives, JJ said. It's so true, you guys. It's so true. We are doing it. And yeah, we are feeding ourselves, and we are feeding and nourishing our hearts too. It's when I went on this journey, I had no idea the transformation that literally would take place. It is the physical, right? It's the food that we're feeding our bodies, but we are transforming mentally, emotionally, psychologically. Like, we are undoing years of damage and whatever. And I don't mean physical either. I mean emotional, that we have done to ourselves. We are undoing that, sisters, and we don't have to do it anymore. Like I said just a few minutes ago, we are showing up different. And if you cannot be your biggest cheerleader, I will be your biggest cheerleader until you can be your biggest cheerleader for you. And we deserve that. We deserve it. I love you guys so much. You all keep my fire burning. You keep it burning. All right, let's get a drink of water. I have two more things. Whew. This really works, you guys. It really works. Yum. Am I educating today? Am I educating? Okay. Come on, we got this. Yes. Yep. Thank you, Cheryl. I'm a master teacher. I am actually a teacher, you guys. That's what I got my degree in, elementary education. But now this is what I want to be teaching. Okay. So I put in so I'm figuring out Facebook. So I started a Starchy Shauna Facebook, and then our group, right? So I guess I have a Facebook page that I post things on. So I'm slowly starting to post little things on there. So today I posted a picture, a before and after picture of me. And I put this quote on there because I just love myself some David Goggins. And he was a Navy SEAL. And he says that during one of the trainings things, they would say, who's going to carry the boat and the logs? Who's going to carry the boat and the logs? And he says it while he's working out. Who's going to carry the boat and the logs? I am. I'm going to carry the boat and the logs. And that's how I feel, you guys. It is this. Let me get my notes because I had some really good points about this. Who is going to do your transformation stories, you guys? Who's going to carry the boat and the logs in your life, right? There is nobody else that's carrying the boat and the logs for us. We are showing up for ourselves. We are carrying the boat and the logs, right? And so that's what I say. Who's going to carry the boat and the logs inside of me? I am. And that is how we show up for ourselves, with this determination, this fire, this 100%. Like I say, people ask me, how can I stay 100%? Like, I have goosebumps right now. This is how I do it. I retrain my mind. I hear David Goggins. Who's going to carry the boat and the logs? I am. I'm carrying the boat and the logs. I'm fixing the food. I'm finding the recipes. I'm finding the food that I like. I'm figuring it out, because the alternative, I've already been down that road. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm committing to this 100%. So who's going to carry the boat and the logs? I am. I'm figuring out how to do it 100%. If I get hungry, I'm going to go find food that is low calorie density, maximum weight loss approved. If I have no food in the house, I'm driving to the store and I'm going to go buy something. Like, there is no other alternative. All the other alternatives, I've already been down that road. I'm not going there anymore. So all the other alternatives are gone. We are showing up for ourselves 100%. And say it with me, sisters. Who's going to carry the boat and the logs? I am. Who's going to carry the boat and the logs? I am. You are, sisters. I see you. I see you carrying those boat and logs. I see you doing the hard work. I see you making your meals. I see you doing the shopping. I see you saying no to the old behaviors that no longer worked and showing up for yourselves. Like, we are changing the trajectory of our lives, you guys, together. That's what makes it fun, right? We're doing it together. Like, we have got this. Love me some David Goggins. That's going to be our Starchy Sister mantra. Who's going to carry the boat and the logs? I am. Love the hearts, you guys. And then the last one I have, well, two little things. Let's finish up off the water and then we'll finish up. Yes, JJ, I am joy. Yes. Thanks, Judy. She said Dr. McDougall would be so proud of me. Dr. McDougall had that fire too, you guys. If you watch his stuff, he can get sassy and tell it like it is. You all know. Yes, Rebel. I am. JJ, I am. Shawnee said so sassy about Dr. McDougall. Yeah, because when you have this fire for this way of living, like there's no alternative, right? We want to live and eat this way. All right. Last two things. Tony Robbins says, execution outweighs knowledge every day of the week. Oh, how funny, considering our card is education. But education has its place, right? Knowledge. Execution outweighs knowledge. The thing I want to say about us, about me for sure, I knew all the stuff about the plant-based stuff, right? We've listened to the doctors. We've watched the YouTube videos. We've read the books. And this 30 days has been and is still all about implementation, execution, actually doing it. Because none of it matters until we cook a potato, We put together a 50-50 plate and we put it in our mouth. And we do it 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, 21 days, 30 days, 6 months. The weight falls off and we are executing and we're living the life we want to be living. So execution outweighs knowledge every day of the week. And if you happen to not be a starchy sister and you're watching this, then you do need to get the knowledge, right? But most of us have the knowledge already. We know what we need to do. We just need to stick with the execution. So this is just giving you fuel for the fire, you guys. We're going to continue executing this for this last 7 days of the reset. Continue eating and living this way. Because who's going to carry the boat? I am. The only thing we all say, right? Who's ever done this, who's ever eaten this way, stuck to it, and shed the weight for good, the only thing we ever say is that we wish we would have done it sooner. That's it, you guys. That's it. The only thing I can say now, I mean, I guess I have a lot to say because I say it on YouTube and on these lives, but the other only thing I can say is I wish I would have done it years ago. I wish I would have lived it. This could bring tears to my eyes too. I wish I would have done it when my kids were little, right? That I wouldn't have fed them fast food and junky food and raised them on that garbage. Like, I wish I would have had the wherewithal to know as a mother that how I feed my kids really matters and that feeding them these nutritious, healthy foods. And I have to forgive myself for that. I did the best I could with what I had. And now I am first feeding myself this food and I'm offering, my kids are grown now, right? So I offer them what I make. And it's available. So that's all we can do. We can only change ourselves, you guys. And so I just say that just the wish we would have done it sooner, not to beat ourselves up, right? We did the best with what we had at the time, even 2 months ago, even 6 months ago. We did the best we could, but now we're doing better, right? We're choosing better. We're choosing this. We're choosing to live this way of being, because let's get some starchy dancing going on, because who is going to carry the boat and the logs? We are. I love it, you guys. I love it. All right. Another Starchy Sister live gathering. It only gets better and better, you guys. I love being here with you so much. I love us connecting this way, and I love us empowering each other, because that's what it's about. The shackles are off. We're done living the old way we were living. We're showing up with love, compassion, kindness for ourselves and for each other, and we are eating. We are rooting this way of eating and living in our lives for good, because you know what? We deserve nothing less. We deserve nothing less. I have to tell you, thank you for the hearts, you guys. I love it. I have to tell you that I post now these older pictures of me, in the Facebook, just the before and afters, and looking at them is just like, wow. And just 2 things come to mind I want to share. The first thing is, I can't believe how much weight I lost after 4 months, you guys. Like, I look at that 4-month picture. So just to give you all fuel for the fire to continue on this journey, I look at that 4-month picture and it looks like, I'm like, wow, I didn't even have that much weight to lose, left to lose. And my starchy husband was even saying, he's like, yeah, you said you've lost it in 10 months, but really you were down so low by then. But really that last 20 pounds is just like the refining, I guess, of the body losing the weight, getting a little smaller and smaller. But I'm just amazed. And to say when I show pictures that I take today now, like my body is just recompositioning, and I look strong and healthy, you guys, to these eyes. And it's like, wow, these foods are still doing their work of changing this body. It's just so lovely to see. And I'm just, yeah, I'm not, I don't want to be overly, I really make a point not to be overly on the physical, because that's not the deal. I feel like we're changing from the inside, but it's amazing seeing those pictures and just the transformation. I can see it in myself that's happened. So just to let you know, it's happening for you all. And I know it's hardest in the beginning, like when we don't see those big changes right away. But when it starts happening between that month 1 and that month 4, wow. Like the weight, I remember, like Penn's shared with me, like it's just like the incredible shrinking woman. It just starts flowing off. It's almost like the body starts saying, the body's almost saying like, oh, okay, I trust that you're going to continue to feed me this way. So I'll go ahead and release the weight now. And a lot of times that's when a lot of us quit, right? 2 weeks, 3 weeks in, we're like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I need something else. But if we would just continue on, that's when the rewards are coming. And the body's like, oh, okay, I trust you now. Thank you. You're going to continue to eat and live this way. So just keep going, you guys. Keep going. I'll keep punching out these videos. We'll meet again live on Wednesday. I'll put all the information in the description box about Stacy Cross, about our Facebook group, and whatever other shenanigans I can think of. And yeah, in a couple days, we'll see. I'll be using all this corn for a corn salad. No, not a corn salad, a chunky black bean salad. All right, you guys, that's it for me. I'm so glad you were here. Let me just see my Starchy sisters one more time. Aw, you're so welcome, Rebel. Trust the process, Cheryl says. You have smiles in your eyes, Shauna. Oh, Judy, you're bringing the tears in me, sister. Kristen said, thank you again, Shauna. Dance, little Starchy sisters, dance. I love you all. I'm in love with us, you guys. I'm in love with us, all us Starchy sisters. All right. I love you guys. Mwah. I believe in you. I know you can do it. One meal at a time, one day at a time. I love you guys. Who's going to carry the boats? Who is going to carry the boats and the logs?